Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 5.4 Notes. Today we are talking about standard form. Our learning target today is to be able to write equations of lines into standard form. So, we've already talked about slope-intercept form and point-slope form. They're not the only ways to write equations of lines. The other way to do this would be in the form ax plus by equals c. And that c is just a number, and there is no x or y on that side, okay? A and B, C, those are just numbers, okay? Now, a couple of rules about those numbers. A, B, and C cannot be a fraction, okay? Cannot be a fraction. A must be positive. B can be negative, that's okay. And the variables x and y must be on the same side of the equal sign. Okay, so we got a couple of different rules that we're going to have to be following here. Okay, so just remember that it's ax plus by equals c, so the x and the y are on the same side. They can't be fractions or decimals. A must be positive, and the variables x and y are on the same side. Okay, now the best way to do this is just to go through and get some practice. All right, so let's begin. So I'm going to draw my line down, and I need the x and the y on the same side. Okay, are they on the same side? Nope. So what I'm going to do is we are going to move the x, because one of the rules is that we have to have that x be positive. So we're going to add 2x to both sides, and you're going to get 2x plus y equals 6. So are the x and y on the same side? Yes. Do we have fractions? No. Decimals? No. Is x positive? Yeah. Okay. That's it. So our answer is 2x plus y equals 6. All right, let's look at the next one. Y equals x minus 5. Okay, they're not on the same side, but this is something that we need to know. If x is positive, we're going to keep it where it is. And we're going to just move everything else. Okay, and what that would look like is we would have to move the y. Now, if everything cancels on that side, we have y equals x minus y minus 5. Okay, so is it in standard form? No, because this guy's still over there. That's the c. We have to move that to the other side by adding 5. Those cancel, and you get 5 equals x minus y. Okay, and that is the same as x minus y equals 5. Okay, but you don't have to rewrite that. Okay, and that's your final answer. All right, now let's start working with stuff when we've got fractions. When you have fractions, there's a way to multiply everything to make the fractions disappear. And you're going to multiply by whatever number is at the denominator. Sorry about that. So our denominator is 2. I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 2 times y gives us 2y. 2 times negative 1/2, well, that's going to end up canceling. And so we're just left with negative x. And then don't forget the last thing. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, so are the x and the y on the same side? No. Is x positive or negative? Okay, it's negative, so we have to move the x to the other side, and we get x plus 2y equals 14. And that's our answer. All right, let's look at number 4. Y equals 2/3 x plus 4. Up, we got fractions again, so we're going to multiply everything. And what are we going to multiply this time by? Hopefully you're saying 3. Okay? So we would get 3y equals, when you multiply over here, the 3's cancel, so you're left with 2x. Don't forget the last guy, plus 12. All right, so we got to get everything up, the x and the y on the same side. X is positive, so we're going to move the y. We get 0 equals 2x minus 3y plus 12. We got to get the 12 on the other side. And you get negative 12 equals 2x minus 3y. Okay? It's in standard form. X and y are on the same side. X is positive, and we don't have any fractions or decimals. Okay? And just like that other one, we said that that's the same as 2x minus 3y equals negative 12. Okay? All right, let's start working with some decimals. Now, when we're working with decimals, we're going to do the same thing as with the fractions. We're going to multiply everything, but this time we're going to multiply by the place value. So multiply by place value, okay? And that's called the tenths spot. So you're going to multiply everything by 10. And this is how this works out. So you get 10y equals, when you're multiplying by 10, you're just moving the decimal one spot, and plus 10. Okay? Now it's the same thing. X is positive, so I'm going to move the y. Subtract 10y to both sides. 0 equals 4x minus 10y plus 10. Subtract the 10 to both sides, and we get negative 10 equals 4x minus 10y. Okay, number 6. We're working with decimals again. What are we going to multiply everything by? Okay, it's in the 10th spot. So let's start. 10y equals, remember we just moved the place value 1 over, so that's 16x minus 30. All right, what should we move? Okay, we should move the x because it's negative. And then we get 16x, that's a positive 10y equals negative 30. All right, not too bad, right? All right, let's just do a couple, and then the rest are going to be on your own. So we'll do 7, and let's see. Let's start with 7. I want you guys to pause the video and see if you can figure it out. If you need to look at your notes on the other side, please do so. Okay, how'd you guys do? Do you remember to multiply everything by 4? Okay, we did that because that's what the denominator is. All right. Number 9 and 10. You guys are 9 and 11. You guys are up. Pause the video and let's try them both. Okay, so with number 9, we had a positive y, or positive x, I mean. So we subtracted the y to one side, and then we added the 8 to the other, and we get 8 equals 5x minus y. On number 11, we had the denominator was 5. So we had to multiply everything by 5, and you get 5y equals negative 6x plus 50. We had a negative x, so I just moved the x to the other side, and you get 6x plus 5y equals 50. All right, number 13 is the last one that we want to do. Okay, and we're doing that because we have a decimal right there, and we can't have a decimal. Okay, so pause the video and see how you do. Okay, and all you have to do is multiply by the place value on that one. This is in the tenths spot, so we multiplied everything by 10. All right, well, if you guys want to do the rest of those ones, you can pause the video. I'll have the answer. Let's see, is there a way that I can get all of them on the same page? All right, so if you want to try those, pause the video. The answers will be up in about 5 seconds. And there you go. Well, that's going to be it for Algebra 1, Chapter 5.4 notes. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.